Welcome back to Crosshair. We just finished watching Splatoon 1 Amiibo with El Phantom, and we're about to start Splatoon 2 with Alpha Omega, and I can't wait for you to see this run. I wish there was a better way to introduce it, but I'm just gonna let Alpha Omega take over. So, Alpha, take it away.
Hello. Yeah, my name is Alpha Omega. I'm a Splatoon series speedrunner that has a heavy focus in Octo expansion because I find it to be the most fun. As you can see, we are joined here by the lovely Craig Cuttlefish, but we'll get to him more later. One of my commentary for tonight is the 2025 Speedrunner of the Year in the Splatoon community, voted by the Splatoon multiplayer community, Ethan Stone.
Yes, very, very good welcome there. My official title, some may say. But always a really beautiful game. I love it so much, and I'm so happy that Alpha is the one that gets to show it to everyone tonight. So, yeah, let's get on with the character creator.
Oh, Dan, I have a question for you.
Oh, no. Okay, what's your question?
Boy or girl?
Oh, well, we just did Amiibo Boy. Let's do girl for this one.
All right. Give me a moment. I gotta make it as close to my model as possible. It's very important to me. That's the wrong eye color. Okay. All right. Run begins when I press yeah in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. So the basic premise of this game is that we are this Octoling that has seemingly fallen down into this dark, dank, metro-looking thing called the Deep Sea Metro. And we're basically going to be trying to escape it. But before anything, we have to go through the tutorial, just in case you forgot how to play the video game. The biggest difference we're going to see, though, from Boy Amiibo, outside of the entire game being different, is rather than a squid, we're playing as an octopus.
Ooh.
No gameplay difference between the two.
No, there isn't.
But octopuses are better, and I will stand on business about that.
It's a hotly debated topic within the community on which is better. But just like, well, I guess no, they wouldn't have seen a tutorial in Splatoon 1 in Boy Amiibo, but basically the goal of this tutorial is get a key and get back to the top, which shockingly, we know exactly where the key is and the fastest way to get there.
Yeah, there was a little grappling there. Is a mechanic that sometimes shows up. Basically, whenever ink touches it, you just teleport to it. So Alpha threw a bomb onto it. We teleported up. We shot the little box, got the key, and wow, we're done with the tutorial.
No way. Are you guys ready for another 2 minutes of mashing?
I would love another 2 minutes of
Let's go.
Yeah, always very fun on the resets, because every time you reset, you have to go back, delete a save file, go back, do the Splatoon 2 main tutorial, go into OE, do the OE tutorial, and then do 2 minutes of mashing. It's very fun.
Also, I'm gonna say this now.
We won't ever reset.
Yeah. Why would I be resetting in this, you know?
We get to see good gameplay.
Exactly. Just the best gameplay. This is the telephone. He's not important at all. Totally not.
He's just a silly guy. I love his animations, the little phone talking. So cool.
I think my favorite thing about him is a lot of people have clocked him as being very similar to Spamton G. Spamton of Deltarune, and I love that bit. It's such a good bit.
Double similarity.
There's a few.
I see the vision.
Also, I'm gonna address this now. I am playing in English, which is technically like one of the slower languages for this game, but I'd only be saving 3 seconds by playing on the optimal language for North American consoles, which is going to be Spanish. Because if I wanted to play in the fastest language, Russian, I would need both a European Switch 2 and a European copy of this game in DLC, which I don't have that money. Quite frankly.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, it's very fun.
Now, I am curious.
Very fun going out to buy the European
Has
copy.
anybody ever pointed out the fact that the fastest language being Russian is extremely ironic?
How so?
Because it's
The deep sea
Russian.
metro?
No, it's Russian.
Oh God. How did it?
Through the game.
Unbelievable. Why did I sign up for
This game
this?
has been out.
Why did I sign up for this?
In the 8 years that this game has been out, not one person has made that joke.
Anyways, we're getting into our first level here. Each level costs a certain number of, I believe they're called CQ points, but those don't really matter unless you're running the death abuse category of this any percent, which no one does seriously. I'm gonna be honest.
It's very boring.
Just a little bomb there to kill that enemy faster. I technically do this checkpoint wrong. You're supposed to use a bomb to kill this first enemy. I can't be bothered to learn that.
I can't believe you, Alpha Omega. Why aren't you doing the optimal strats?
Because teehee. I am going to do a slight enemy manipulation here. Throwing this bomb and then just aiming away from the enemy means they go right into the bomb. And they die faster. And that's our first level.
Yeah, AO5 is a pretty standard level. In OE, there's a lot of different level types compared to Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2, where the main goal of those games are just to get to the end. But in OE, there's a lot of different types of levels. That one was technically like a get to the end, but we got to kill some Octolings. The next one will also kind of be a get to the end. But there's going to be many different types of levels showing up in the run, which is pretty unique, and it's why I like it.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention, it is Pride Month. Please welcome to the screen the lesbians.
Let's
Hooray!
Let's go lesbians! So here we're introduced to Pearl and Marina, the two idols of Splatoon 2, otherwise known as the pop idol group Off the Hook. They're going to be helping us out throughout the run. Also, shoutouts to Fast Menu there. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, fast menu.
It only saves like
Fast menu is pretty interesting.
it only saves like 3 seconds if I'm being, or not 3 seconds, 3 frames.
Oh,
So no, if it saves 3 seconds, my God, that'd
You
be
could
drilled
tell.
into my brain
Yeah.
by now.
you can tell with 3 frames. Like you can just visually see 3
Seam
frames
bounce!
like that.
Seam bounce!
Yeah!
Let's go! I got
we were
seam
so
bounce.
hoping to get seam bounce here. Okay. Do you want to explain seam bounce?
Yeah, so basically these bounce panels we're on, they sometimes overlap a little bit, and if you happen to hit one right on the edge between two, you can get a massive boost forward, and that's called seam bounce,
It's like you're getting bounced by both of them at the same time.
and in one direction.
So that allows for the fastest cycle here on the AO6, which is pretty cool. Seam bounce is pretty rare, but when it happens, you're like, yeah.
You also
Hooray.
know how to you also have to know how to properly back it up, which is, or how to properly utilize it, I guess, because
play it because it's so uncommon that sometimes people have gone used to the normal way to where you accidentally get seam bounce and then you just fail anyways.
Yep. Also, I'm not going to point out the fact that I technically shot strafed there when I shouldn't have. I should have sub-strafed.
Oh, what a noob.
Yeah. Also, sub-strafing is the fastest way of changing our movement in this game. You'll see me use it a couple times by holding out my sub-weapon and then immediately swimming. But other than that, here we're on to Maverick Station, which gives us Maverick Skip. I screwed it up.
Oh no.
We got the backup though.
We got the backup. I just
Normally
didn't
in
get-
this level, you're meant to go around and you're meant to do all this stuff. Who cares about that? We're just gonna squid on squid there, get all our height back, and then just fly over to the checkpoint, hit it, die, and then respawn on the other side.
Very nice.
It saves
Skip.
about like 10-15 seconds, I want to say.
It's pretty easy and it's a good party trick.
Yeah. Yeah, I lost about
be
2
amazed as the inkjet beats the level in a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, I lost about 2 seconds there to not getting the optimal route, but that was just me forgetting and being nervous about it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Also, that end level music is a banger tune.
It's a bop. It's a bop.
Splatoon is very good at its music.
Now for my favorite type of level, 8 balls, because I get to yap about 8-ball physics. Basically, it does not matter where you shoot on the 8-ball. What matters is the direction of the line between your character and the middle of the 8-ball. That is the direction the 8-ball will go. And so many people don't realize that, especially when they're playing this game like for the first time. And it makes these levels so much easier.
Yeah, people like they try to think logically about it, but no, it's all about where you're standing in relativity to the 8-ball. But once you learn it, these levels become so fun.
But also still very aggravating.
They're still 8-ball levels at the end of the day.
Yeah, they are still 8 balls.
They're infamous for a reason.
And we will see that reason maybe here. Especially this one, CO3. No, we won't. Cool. That was actually a halfway decent one.
Yeah, sometimes what happens is that the Octarians will shoot the 8-ball into the bouncers and then they start bouncing around all for like fanatically, and you're like, oh, I want to stop it, and it just wastes so much time. But Alpha did a good job there. He's pretty good at video games, I would say.
I'm pretty good at this video game. Basically none others. Also, here we have Iso Padre. He's more related to the multiplayer side of Octo expansion, which is to say finishing all of the levels on a certain line gives you a new piece of gear for the multiplayer. And you would go to him to collect that stuff, but I'm playing on airplane mode, so no internet for me. Another fast menu there.
All right, so here we have CO2. CO2 is a limited ink level, so we only have a limited amount of ink to use, but we don't really care about that because the game gives us just enough ink to get through this level kind of fast. It is also like a shorter level as well. So we're going to shoot a sponge there to get all the sponges painted. And just like that,
little sketchy at the end there. Little sketchy
bit
at
of
the end.
pink. We still got it.
We still got it.
Just the perfect amount of ink.
Oh, Ethan, remind me to menu 1 to the left here.
Yeah, you better do that. You better pick Jet Scorcher. Good job, man.
Ethan, you didn't remind me.
Oh no.
Jet Scorcher is basically mandatory for this level because not only
range that it has,
because of the range, accuracy, and also the fire rate of it.
Yeah. So this is basically like an aim labs type of level. There's so many boxes that we have to break, and once we break all of them, the level's over. Pretty good run there.
It's got big break the targets energy from Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Very similar vibes.
Yeah, those were always the best. So I'm so happy that they're in OE, kinda. Speaking of boxes, we get to see even more of them here in our next level, DO7. Alpha's going to pick the ink brush here because it moves slightly faster and it saves a second. He's going to run through the level, rolling over all the boxes. There's a good way to do this. But the hardest bit about this is the mashing. You have to mash real fast to break all these boxes. Did a good job there. Make sure to not miss any of the boxes on the rail. Pretty good. And now at the ending here, he's gonna break even more boxes. And that red one takes like way too many flips than it needs to. And he got it.
520, that one on the clock is solid. It's not amazing, but it's solid.
It's pretty good, I would say.
It's pretty good, I guess.
And now next up, we have probably the most infamous level in all of Octo expansion. If you played this game, you remember Girl Power Station. But as speedrunners, this is the easiest level in the run.
Okay, it's not the easiest. It is like, but it is easier, and it is an auto scroller.
It's a contender for the easiest level because the main trouble for many people when they're playing this level is that there's an orb in the middle. Make sure it doesn't die within the minute and a half, 2 minute timer that we have up here, and these Octarians, these Octolins, are gonna come down at specific times to try and shoot it. And people, when they're playing the game casually, they don't know when and where they're gonna spawn, but we've played these games enough to where we just know where they're gonna be. Why did you kill that?
I think I got that, Brella.
Okay, good.
But at this point, I know that my next enemy is spawning with 44 seconds left on the clock, so I can take this time to just, prep the arena for the later phases.
Yeah, it's gonna spawn there's gonna be 3 spawning, 1 on the left, 1 in the middle, and then 1 on the far right. As long as you know where they're gonna spawn, the level's gonna end when the time hits 0, so it just becomes an auto scroller. But it's probably a good idea to use this time to explain Matchmaster, which is going to be the next level, which Alpha's going to have to focus on a lot. Matchmaster, basically there's a big sculpture. There's 2 sculptures, one on the left, one on the right, and we have to match the shape on
Hi,
the
wall
right-hand
friend.
side by Hey, wall friend.
This is wall friend. They sometimes get stuck on that wall over there, and they can't break the orb in time. Give me a hug. Oh, no hug.
No hug. But yeah, speaking more about Matchmaster, there's going to be a big statue with a bunch of orange boxes that we have to break to match the shape on the left side. And we're going to be using the Rapid Blaster Pro, which is the fastest way to do it. However, when you shoot boxes with the Rapid Blaster Pro, it has a giant blast radius, so it is very hard to make sure to do it quickly and accurately. And if you get one shot wrong and you break one of the brown boxes on the regular boxes, then you just die. So it's very hard, but it's very satisfying to do. And I'm just going to let Alpha do this here because he needs to focus.
Yeah, I am requesting silence for this just because focus.
Bang!
Look at
There
the
we
red
go.
I didn't get the full zoomy. I just got a good one. Had to do some backups there. That wasn't really great at the end, but some unusual box break.
At least you didn't die, which
Yeah.
is good.
It looked impressive to me, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you look at the
Matchmaster is
IL
always a
world,
good showcase of the
absolutely.
game.
And if you want a really good showcase of it, go watch the IL world record of it. It is obscene how fast they get through it.
Pure cinema.
All right, so now we're reaching the only boss redo of the run. Throughout the metro, there are the 4 bosses, the 4 world bosses from the single player campaign of this. Octo Canyon, I remember which one is which. Basically come back in a slightly more difficult form with like either like a more difficult weapon, or in this case, using one of the specials. In this case, we are using the inkjet to fight shower. And this is a little bit weird at times, but mostly consistent.
Yeah, the only random part is this first phase. The first two are very consistent, but then this last guy, he can just go wherever. Yeah, he's a bit annoying, but Alpha got it. But then phases 2 and 3 are the most consistent things in the world. During this cutscene, Alpha's going to be holding upright on his control stick, and then after the cutscene ends, he's going to be going upright, and then after about a second, he's going to go straight forward towards the block in the center. That sets up Octo Shower in just a way to where he can do a consistent 2 shots here, 1 or 2, go forward, shoot that guy, and then shoot that guy, and there's phase 2 done, and then we're going to do the exact same thing on phase 3. Very consistent, very easy. Pretty cool.
The only downside is if you miss one of those shots, then it becomes very, very weird. Some normally
used to missing.
Yeah, we're not used to missing. We're used to our aim being good.
So he's gonna do the same thing again. 1, 2, go forward, shoot that guy, shoot that last guy out of the air, and there we go. There's Octo Shower done.
That's a very solid, pretty standard Octo Shower. Ideally, obviously in phase 1, we would want to be able to get all 3 octocopters on the first 3 shots, but I would say that's about like a 1 in 10 chance on occasion.
Yeah, what happens, happens.
And coming up, we have the first of the 4 things. Now, we kind of glossed over it as we were introducing the run, but the goal of this game is to find the 4 things, because those will help us get to the promised land. And we want to get to the promised land because that's where the good things are.
That's where gaming is. So the thing levels are pretty basic. Just go up, and then Alpha's gonna shoot the little orb, kind of like the zap fish in the Splatoon 1 and 2. We're gonna shoot it for a long time, and just like that, there's the first thing. Good song. Good song.
Oh man, this music's so good.
All right. And now it's off to the second thing. And usually the time between things 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, there's only a couple levels in between there. So in this case, there's only 2 levels until we get the second thing, and then we're going to be done with the right side of Metro. Starting off here with J04. Footloose Station, where we're going to use the
Kenny Loggins.
Let's go, Kenny Loggins.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of 80s references in this game.
Yeah.
Like pop culture, American pop culture in the 80s.
I mean, the
80s
color
or 90s
scheme
a bit.
is already a good indicator of that.
Oh yeah. Well, if you remember, like one of the early stations was Maverick Station, so Top Gun reference.
Oh, true. Yeah.
There's a lot of cool references to go through. And there we go. There's all done. And then
Kind of slow.
last level. Oh, that was pretty good, I would say.
It was pretty good. A couple missed enemies there.
True speedrunner talk. It was bad. It was actually good.
It was
Onto
it was
GDQ
fine. I lost time on the split.
Time for GDQ
Man, I lost
which
8
is
frames on that split. That was
Unbelievable.
a terrible split.
no. Now on to GDQ, which is one of the 2 dually grind rail levels, which I personally love a lot. Basically, grind rails, they're pretty slow. You stand on them, they move you at a fixed rate. But with the dually scorches, by doing dodge rolls on them, we're not on the rail and therefore move faster. And all that Alpha's doing here is holding down the ZR button and pressing B a lot of times. So you can open up your game of Octo expansion and do this very easily, and it looks pretty cool. Here there's a little skip, so Alpha's gonna go for it, gonna jump at the right time. There he goes, he gets it, he skips a part of the rail, and it says like 5-ish seconds. Which is pretty
11.
good. 5:11. My
Wow.
sense of time is totally wrong. There we go. And that's
Alpha going
GDQ
so
done.
fast through this
We're
level that
practically-
the Discord stream actually hitched for like 5 seconds, and we just had a frozen screen for a second. I was like, uh-oh.
We're all good.
All right.
We're back. We're back.
We're good. We are good, right?
Yeah, we're good now, yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. Time for thing 2, which is going to be our send off to the right side. And then after this, we're going to be going off to the left side. Right side on average has harder levels, which is why we do it first. But left side is no slouch. It's pretty hard as well.
Yeah.
OEO.
Huh, those are
harder.
those are kind of looking like the blades of a blender. I'm sure it's nothing.
Oh, no.
Foreshadowing is a literary device.
Foreshadowing is a narrative device in which suggestions or warnings about events to come are dropped or planted. Foreshadowing often appears at the beginning of a story, and it helps develop or subvert the audience's expectations about upcoming events.
Brother, what?
I wonder what we're building.
So this is
Alright.
the other main type of permanent special levels that we have. This is baller. It's pretty baller.
Bowl is very funny. You get put into a little hamster wheel, little bowl, and you just run around. It's just a classic platforming level. This looks like something that you would see in Mario Galaxy.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
There's a bunch of like small little corner skips that I'm going to be doing throughout here just to go a little bit faster. Okay, I thought it was a little bit too far back there, but we're fine.
Someone in chat
I am
wanted
gonna
to
be
know
going-
if you memorized that.
Huh?
Someone in chat wanted to
no,
know if you
I was-
memorized that. No? Okay.
No, I didn't. I was reading off of the Wikipedia page for foreshadowing.
Alright. Nearly at the end here, we're gonna go on to the boost panel. We're gonna explode midair, open up
Good left side.
end gate, and there we go.
Doing that on getting that boost panel on the left side is a little bit difficult, pretty precise.
You got it.
Hey, Ethan. Ethan,
Yeah.
that was gold.
Yo. Good
Let's
goal,
go.
man. All right.
2 tenths,
Time
but
for the second 8-ball level of the run. This time using the Splashomatic. If you're used to
And-
Splatoon 3, you're used to the fact that this weapon has perfect jump accuracy, but because Octo expansion permanently uses the 3.1.0 version of Splatoon 2 that released in like 2018, this weapon does not have perfect jump accuracy and it looks very weird, but we're not going to be jumping a lot in this level anyways, but that is going to be a good note for later on in the run that this game uses an older version. It's also very good, like if you know Splatoon and you're like, wow, what was life back in 2018? You can just go back into this game. It's very cool. There's a little skip here at the end. Usually you're meant to go off, grab a key to use a little cannon to shoot the 8-ball across, but who needs that? We have a Splashomatic. We're gonna shoot the ball over the bridge ourselves. That bridge is on a 7-second cycle, and Alpha got a very good BO1.
that's 0. That was 0.
0 cycle, yeah, very good. That now opens up the B line where we can now see, whoa, that's where the third thing is going to be. The things are always shown up as like big circles on the map that are like pulsating a bit. But here we are in AO2. And
This is our
played
first of the
multiplayer.
yeah, I was gonna say this is our first of like the multiplayer simulation levels, as I call them. It is also the only one, but we're basically playing a game of Rainmaker against the computer. The computer is very bad at Rainmaker.
Yeah, we're pros. They're noobs. So we're going to throw a bomb, pop the Rainmaker shield, and then now we have to take that over to the other side of the map to dunk it onto the pedestal on the other side. It only requires 4 shots in total to beat this level. There's 1, there's 2, there's third one. We're going to kill that Octoling right there as it lands. And then for one final shot, there we are. We're going to hug the left wall there so we don't get shot. There we go. There's AO2.
coming up is my least favorite level in the entire run.
Okay, you're a hater.
I am a hater of this level. It's a very technically demanding level, and my dually roll technique is not amazing in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, so this is the second and final dually grind rail level of the run. It is a bit more difficult than J05 from earlier. There's a lot more rails that you have to traverse. It's not just dodge rolling in a straight line. There's boost panels. Yeah, there's elevation. And then there's going to be a little skip here where you can jump onto the box there to skip that part, and then doing a dodge roll over that gap is another little skip. And this is one of the scariest parts of the game, where there's a lot of Octo snipers trying to shoot at you, but we're going to keep dodge rolling. And Alpha, he gets hit, but he should be fine. If you have your armor broken and then you hit a checkpoint, it instantly recovers your armor, which is very good. And then, nearly at the end here, gonna throw a bomb to open up the goal and then dodge roll into the ending.
Nicely done.
Very good run.
I almost died like twice in that level, and I just didn't say anything.
But he's a good gamer. He clutched it up.
Coming up next is another break the boxes level. Although this one, if I pop a fail balloon, I die.
And you only have one life. You got to do it well. This is very much like aim labs.
Yeah, this is the most aim labs we get.
Yeah, that's why I like to call these box breaking levels aim labs type levels. Which means that it's a good way to practice your aim and just like warm it up. So it's multi-purpose. It's always great. Alpha's gonna throw a bomb into this cluster of boxes there.
Okay.
Ooh, very nice.
That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see.
Nice.
That bomb throw is very hard because you have to land the bomb in a specific area so it gets all the bombs there and also one flying throughout the level. Usually what happens is that you don't hit it and then you have to just shoot the one out of the air regularly, but if you do it like that, it saves like half a second, which is pretty cool. Now here comes my favorite level in the run other than Matchmaster. This is GO5. This is very much similar to a regular hero mode level. These are furlers. They extend when ink touches them. Pretty cool. There's lots of enemies here to try and shoot at us. But what happens if a furler extends while we're in it? This happens. We move with the furler, we charge up a charger shot while we're inside of it, and then we can instantly let it rip after we come out of it. Doing that fast is so satisfying. Gonna move along here. There's another little skip here where you can do a nollie. A little skateboarding trick. We're gonna hold out a sub weapon.
Oh.
We're gonna do a jump.
Oh.
He misses.
That's not common.
That was an
Yeah, that's
RNG
not common, but for the first, like,
No, that
I would say, like, unintentional death mistake of the run, that's pretty good.
there we go.
Yeah.
That's what an ollie is
Skip a
supposed
little
to
bit of movement.
I just released my sub weapon too early there. That's all that happened.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, the reason we're able to that's the reason I'm able to do that is because when you're holding out your sub weapon, your lateral movement is actually increased a little bit. So that gives us just enough to make that gap.
All right, and now we're going on to the third thing, grab and go station. It's just like all the other ones, but we're nearly at the end of Metro. It's been a fun ride, but some of the best levels are still to come. There's 3 more left after this. One that is very, very infamous in the speedrunning community.
Yeah, it's
Oh, wow,
well
I wonder
known.
what this is.
I wonder what we could possibly be building at this point.
Friendship.
Yeah. We're using the power of friendship.
Right, yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
I'm going to
that
use
makes
this moment to shout out a runner named DG. He ran S1, Splatoon 1 at GDQ this January. He intentionally takes a 4-second time loss to make Agent 3, who we're making there, a boy. Just an intentional 4 seconds.
Yeah, because the idea there is we're making a missing poster for Agent 3. Agent 3 is going missing. We don't know where they are. And we're making a missing poster for them, and it's basically creating a brand new character. But if you want to make Agent 3 a boy, Cuttlefish has to scrub the whole thing out and redraw it. It takes way too much time that it needs to, but to DG, it's a worthwhile 4-second time loss. Speaking of boy, dangerous. Alpha asking you that at the beginning was very interesting because Alpha is basically the only OE runner at like high and top level that runs this game as a boy. So it's very fun that you're making him play girl.
I'm used to it. It doesn't save any time or lose any time. It is purely a cosmetic thing. Nope, no time difference.
I was gonna ask that, like, is there a time difference?
Nope.
Because sometimes like hitboxes are different.
So because
size and whatnot.
Since Nintendo has to make sure that these models are good for multiplayer as well, they actually cannot be different from one another.
There can't be any competitive advantage to being a girl or a boy. Everyone's equal in this warfare. In this world of war.
And everyone is right-handed too, which is helpful.
No, see, I take personal offense too because I'm left-handed. So,
all right. And now after this, we never really discussed the level, but it was fun. It's a good level.
Yeah, if you die at the end, that's a 1-minute time loss. There's no checkpoints in that level.
Yeah.
All right.
Here's IO4. IO4.
Damageless.
Yes, very interesting level. It's a damageless level. Basically, if you take damage at any time, if you touch ink, I'm pretty sure there's like a leeway period of like you can touch it for like maybe
like three frames at most.
Yeah, something around that. If you touch it for longer than that, you instantly die. No wonder they call this station can't touch this.
I'm gonna ask for silence here just for focus. There's another little substrate for you, just to get into the launch pad faster. One Mississippi.
Yeah, Alpha intentionally waits for exactly 1 second on the curling bomb throw there to kill those 4 little guys fast. If you kill the Octo Trooper, like the 5th guy that was there, more guys will spawn from the sky. So we intentionally leave that guy alive, then we don't have to worry about them.
Let's go. Let's go.
No deaths in IO4 is very good. Just because of how tight and specific the level is. One wrong step and you're dead.
And now we're coming up to one of the 3 levels I hold a CG on. And I'm not going to break it this time.
Gold. This is IO3, no whammy station. It's an auto scroller. It's very
and
fun.
This is kind of like your break after Damageless to be like, okay, I'm getting ready to look forward to, to the end of the run.
Yeah. So we're using the cannon here. The cannon's a cool thing that I wish we got to use more of in the run. But
also, fun fact, cannon is the only weapon in Splatoon that allows you to carry momentum with your shots.
Cool. Yeah, so these little guys are going to be going towards the orb in the middle, and just like girl power from the right side, we got to keep this thing alive until the timer runs out. And pro tip for using the cannon: use it well. I was going to give like an actual pro tip of like making sure that the lines that you have to use it like before it, so that by the time that the shot reaches the enemy it's on time. But you know what? Maybe I made that up. I don't think it's actually like an actual shot.
To use my knowledge from other FPS games, there's no hit scan weapons in Splatoon. It's all projectile.
Yeah. There we go. IO3's done. Now we just got to get the fourth thing, and we're going to be done with Metro. This game can really be split up into 3 main sections. You have right side, left side, and then the final part, which is escape. This will be happening right after this. And escape is very cool. It's probably the most memorable part of Octo expansion to many people, including myself. It's where the most interesting levels in the game are. There we go.
Yeah, we're building a blender. If it wasn't obvious enough by now, we are building a blender.
I mean, that does look like the carafe of blender, so.
It is, because it is.
Yeah.
Also, Ethan, just letting you know, that was a 3929 Metro.
Very nice, very nice. Getting a sub 40 Metro on Switch 2, pretty good. And
that's also my first sub 40 Metro on Switch 2, because I haven't run this game for a good long while, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Alpha, you played this game a lot before.
I was.
Basically, like, the moment that Switch 2 came out, you were like, I'm good.
I'm good, yeah. I dipped. I also got this thing known as a job that took up a lot of my time. Still does. So it does mean I haven't been able to speedrun as much recently, but Dangerous came in and said, hey, you want to run OE? And I'm like, bet. So
I will derust.
I will derust for this. I haven't played this game in like 6 months. And that was like for a couple of one-offs.
Race you for practice.
Oh, that's true. I didn't. Well, also, if you can't tell, Stone is from Australia, so it does make our schedules a little bit difficult to line up.
But I'm happy to be here.
And we're happy to have you here.
Alpha,
oh, we forgot to say Happy New Year.
Oh, yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yeah, so that countdown that you hear does actually lead into, I think, reversed voice saying Happy New Year, weirdly. Also, shoutouts to Agent 3.
Clutching up at the very end there. What a goat. Yeah, so...
Anybody feel like a
Agent 3's knocked out now.
Alright, so now we're getting into Escape. And this is... I don't want to say... It's definitely, like, at this point, your nerves are going. Because you're like, okay, this is, like, the last third of the run, and you know if you're on good pace at this point.
You gotta clutch up.
Gotta clutch up. All right, so yeah, we have about like a 2.5 minute cutscene here before we get into the beginning of playing. So it does give you a very good moment to just like take a breather, be like, okay, we're getting into this.
Go grab some water.
Did you just say this is a good time for announcements?
No, because we're getting into it.
Oh, okay.
we're gonna have a good while for announcements later.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So this is phase 1. The Coccyx. I play in Russian. I don't know what that means.
I believe it's
Coccyx. Coccyx, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a hard word to say. It's something anatomy.
Wait.
That's not meant to happen. You're good.
That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, so basically this is a stealth mission, Metal Gear Solid type stuff, but if the enemies notice you, they'll start shooting at you. But you know what, it's fine. We don't really need that. We're gonna notify these guys again. We're gonna go up the ink rail. We just gotta get to the end and take a launch pad off to the second part of Escape. Very important to not get notified by those guys, because then they spawn even more enemies, and they will definitely kill you. In this section, it's very free to ignore that guy because it takes such a long time to charge up his whatever it is, his splatling, his something.
Splatling, correct.
Yeah. There we are. And here there's a little skip that we can do. There are 2 tables turning around, but by timing a jump at the perfect time, you can skip the one on the right and just go along your day. It's very important.
I also gotta wait for this guy to go.
Yes, very important. If he notices you, you're dead.
No,
You're
it's
dead.
just an
Not
instant
very fun.
armor break. It's an instant armor break, but that's it.
Yeah, and that makes you even slower. And then we're gonna notify these guys on purpose here, just to make this thing spin around slightly earlier. And there we go. There's escape 1 going off to escape 2. Very
Which is-
infamous. Very, very infamous in the speedrunning scene because
Yeah.
of a little trick
This is-
that Alpha will not be doing.
Yeah, so in this phase, there's a skip known as Octo Shot skip, very self-explanatory. It is one of, if not the only trick in the entire game that is 100% RNG. And basically, pre-Switch 2, which knocked 3 minutes off of load times, the common wisdom was you wanted to get a time in the 107s before you started putting Octo Shot skip into runs, because it is that punishing. Basically, you've been playing the game for 40 odd minutes, and then you're literally rolling the dice on whether or not you get to continue.
Yeah, just to explain Octo Shot skip a bit more. Here, you still have no weapon, so you got to get a weapon. And so this first section allows you to get the splat bomb, and then we can use the splat bomb later to open up the switch to go get the Octo Shot. And the reason we get the Octo Shot is firstly to grab a weapon, and secondly to paint a wall and then paint a switch to open up to get to the end of Escape 2. However, we found that by luring the Octo Seeker that's off to the left there, the little guy that's like shining a light, we can actually go up the wall and then use the Octo Seeker to stand on top of him to get to where that final section is. And the only thing necessary to open up the switch is ink on it, right? We have a splat bomb. Splat bombs produce ink. So what we do is that we throw the splat bomb onto the wall, and we gotta hope that the little particles that randomly come out of it happen to land onto the switch, open it up, and let us through. It's like a 1 in 35 chance, 1 in 10 chance if you do it optimally. It's very hard to find statistics on this because of just how random it is and how many other factors go into it. So we're just gonna go get the Octo Shot, which I'm very sad that in top level we don't get the Octo Shot, because that's probably my favorite part of Escape 2 is getting that section. So yeah, there's the switch. We're just gonna shoot it. We don't want to go through all of that. And then gotta kill this guy here. And then we're off to Escape 3.
And this is like another instance of global cycles, and probably the most notable. There is a fast cycle here known as 159 after the Switch 1 load time. Basically, and it is one of the harder cycles to hit in the game. For a long time, I basically refused to learn it.
The new developments have come about to where it's not that hard, at least to me. Alright, let's see. Normally you would want to try and get to that falling block, basically stand on it, paint the wall, and get to it before it sinks into the water. If you touch water, you die. Because although we are an octopus, we are deadly allergic to water.
Ironic.
Yeah, don't worry about it. There's lore reasons. There's an entire like
I don't know.
There's something like an entire like 90-minute like lore video by a YouTuber named Raskas that goes into like a lot of lore about Splatoon.
Yeah,
if you want to learn more.
Lore goes deep.
It is deep.
not the kind of games you would think would have really deep lore, but all right.
Yeah. Nintendo doesn't really like to do like deep lore other than Zelda, except for Splatoon.
Yeah.
That's the one time that they locked in on lore, which I guess is kind of necessary to explain why we're here and why we're doing everything that we are. But damn, they did lock in on the lore for it. Yeah, there we go. We're nearly at the end. There's an Octo missile guy trying to shoot at us, but who cares? Gonna take the launch pad. We're gonna kill him, and then it's off to Escape 3. Very good.
Escape 4.
Their alpha.
Yeah, that's a 159. Split ended up being like 158 or something.
There we go. And then now we have the shortest phase of Escape. This is Escape 4. There are lasers here. If you touch the laser, you die.
Yeah, you just go boom.
You just go boom, you die. And there is a cycle here in the section, in the second section.
Left.
They're just gonna move
Under.
back and forth, up and down. They're gonna go all around. And Alpha manages to dodge all of them. Going down here, he's gonna shoot a switch. Those lasers are gonna move. He's gonna keep moving. And then there's a little skip here at the end called Nils, aka new and improved laser skip. Usually you're meant to stand on the switch and then have to go all the way around to jump through. But
I rushed it.
there's a little gap between the lasers there that you can jump through. So that was a good attempt there. This is a kind of hard trick. Let's see.
I'm just gonna go around.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's what I would do. Yeah, that's how I would have did it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that Nils optimally saves, I believe it's about 4 seconds over going around. I figured I would give it a couple of attempts, but also I'm on good pace right now, so I don't waste it.
Yeah, it's a cool trick. And the reason it's called Nils is it's short for new and improved laser skip, because there used to be an old version of laser skip where there was this very small gap between the lasers that you have to swim through. But it was found that you can just jump through the lasers that would
Jump through them.
And
The
good old
original
Alpha
laser
here,
skip, I
good old
named it,
Alpha, they
yeah.
gave the name of Nils.
Which has absolutely no relevance to anything else in this story of this game. Nothing.
I would never would. Anyways, here's Escape 5. One of the, I think this is the fan favorite level in all of Octo expansion. We're with the inkjet again, and there are many data points scattered throughout the level that we have to go grab. First by shooting it to open it, and then touching it either in human form or in squid form. He's gonna try and boost the moment that this ends to get on top of there. Very nice. Now he has to get on top of the whole structure because there's another data point there. The route has been very optimized over the years. He's going to fall down. There's another data point in there. The fifth lock is unlocked. Grabbing those data points frees a little energy core that we're going to use later on. Here, he's going to go back, use the exhaust of the inkjet to paint the wall. Usually you have to get the switch and then that opens up an ink rail that you have to use later on, but who cares about all that? We're just going to do it this way, and then now he's going to go down here and get the 7th data post. Very nice.
I gotta go back.
Only one left.
I didn't think I had the boost still, so I played it safe.
Yeah.
That's not quite optimal, but it does save time over the usual strat.
There we go. There's the last one. The energy core is free. And we're going to use that in Escape 6, which is it's basically, you have to transport this energy core to the end, and there's a lot of enemies trying to shoot at you and it. It has health like in Girl Power and in IO3, so it's very important that we transfer it, we get it through the level fast but safely. So there's a setup that's been made of like doing a certain amount of shots here, whatever, do 8 shots here, do 4 shots here, throw a bomb to get it there 100% of the time. But Alpha will want to lock in and make sure that he gets it. And doing tap shot, he's going to do tap shots onto onto the core, just because it's only the first shot. It's only just doing the shots that make it move fast.
6.
So there's no point to rapidly shooting.
Oh.
It's still fine. We're going to be on the outside here to take the enemy shoot at us instead of the orb. Still fine.
That was
Orb
too close for comfort.
Yeah, orb health gets filled up again at every checkpoint. And Alpha has a little ink tank that they got from the beginning we're going to use here. Very nice. No damage there. And now we're on to the last section where there are lasers. And we can tank, the orb can tank exactly one laser. And these octo balls that are falling down here will instantly destroy the orb if it touches it. So I was going to tank.
It's dead. It's dead. It's dead.
Yeah, that happens. That
Yeah, I screwed up my timing
but I
there.
got to explain stuff. Sorry, Al.
Yeah, no. That wasn't you. That wasn't you. Don't worry.
Okay.
That was me getting flustered by my shots.
Yes. There's a little bit of RNG every time you shoot anything, anytime in the Splatoon series, called shot RNG, just because of the spread on each weapon. So when you have a small target like that little switch on the wall there, sometimes you shoot at it and, you know, we're nearly at the end of the run, you're a little bit, your heart rate's going up a little bit, you're just kind of trying to quickly flick and try and shoot it, and then you miss. And that's when stuff really gets bad.
It gets dicey, yeah.
It's just all about nerves. This game's hard, man.
Yeah, especially this one. This one can be especially punishing, I feel.
All right, now we're on to the last section of escape.
Yeah, just a nice, easy elevator to the top.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you guys saw, like, obviously, you know, I just took a death, so obviously, like, and deaths are very punishing in this game. So, like, the last thing I would want to do this close to the end of a run is probably, you know, take an intentional death. So I'm absolutely not going to do that whatsoever. You know, we just get to ride this rail, do a little bit of squid bagging, as it's nicknamed in the community, and then we just get a nice calm, yeah, just a nice calm elevator ride to the top.
Where nothing bad will happen.
No, nothing bad has happened so far. So why would anything bad happen again?
Wait,
you know?
Alpha, why are you going on top of that block?
Oh, it's just I get a nice viewpoint up here, you know. Wait.
Why did you do that, Alpha?
Well, I thought it would be fun. I didn't expect that I would fall off. And, and I just saved 8 seconds.
Yeah.
So that's elevator skip. Basically, after we reach a certain level on the elevator, we will basically hit a checkpoint that on any death will teleport us to the beginning of the Agent 3 fight. And doing it at that point saves 8 seconds. I'm going to let Stone explain this fight while I do it.
Yeah, this is a very quick fight, split up into 4 phases. In the first phase, there's going to be a splashdown that Alpha will try and throw a splat bomb. Very nice. Oh, that was good. That was good. Quick kill. And now there's going to be a bowler. With bowler, Alpha's going to try and push her into the corner, put her in a little timeout zone, and get a quick kill onto her. Next up is the Stingray, where Alpha's going to throw a bomb and shoot her twice. To get that, make sure to not jump and try and shoot Agent 3 there. That would be bad, and I would never do it ever. And now, last off, even more splashdowns. A splashdown rush. And just like that, Agent 3 is dead. Very good.
GG.
Very clean.
I split early there, but that should be about like a 106.25-ish.
Oh, that's good. That's a good time.
Which is technically a PB for me, but it's only because of Switch 2. So
Yeah, this would be around a 109.21.
a mid 109.
Yeah.
Which better than my run at my previous marathon, so I will take that.
Let's go.
So we
Anyway.
now have 5 minutes. So Dangerous, if you need to do any sort of announcements, go right ahead.
Well, I do have one announcement for the folks that are watching. This is a new one for those of you that did not hear before. But if you are watching GDQ, and if you're here, pretty sure you're watching, we want to hear from you. Games Done Quick is looking to learn how you watch speedruns the most. If you have a few minutes after the run is over, not right now, wait a little bit, and then after the
But they got 5 minutes. They got 5 minutes.
Well, okay, fair. Yeah, it should take less than 5 minutes, but you can head over to gdq.gg/survey and let us know what you want to see, because we do want to hear from you. That said, I am curious, what got you into speedrunning this, since we have a few minutes to burn? What got you into running the Octo expansion?
So technically, OE wasn't my original speed game, and even in the Splatoon series, I started speedrunning the series in 2016 after a certain Tones Ballones speedran the original Splatoon at GDQ 2016, the first time it was ever shown at a GDQ. Which means that I have now been in this community for 10 years, which is insane because I am only 22.
Damn.
So I started off young. I took a few years off. As I said before this stream, Dane, I was playing Overwatch well before this. But pandemic rolled around. I kind of fell out of playing Overwatch. And then I'm like, I haven't played Splatoon in a while. Oh, I actually like playing OE. I'm going to learn to speedrun it. And for the next about 2 years of my life, I basically, outside of the launch of Splatoon 3, I basically dedicated everything to this game. Grinded my way all the way up to being top 5 in this game, becoming the sixth person to ever get a 107, which was deemed for a good long while as like one of the last minute barriers. So the video on my YouTube channel of me getting that 107 has the biggest pop off I have ever had in my life. So to finally be doing it on GDQ live means an absolute lot to me. Because without this game, without GDQ as a whole, I definitely wouldn't be in the position I am today, having been to GDQ back in January, seeing DG Launchro kill it at Splatoon 1. So it's kind of fun to finally have my own time here.
Damn, it's brought a tear to my eye.
No, it hasn't.
Someone
What do you
in chat
mean?
pointed
No, it
out-
hasn't. You don't know me.
So someone in chat
What were
pointed
you
out,
gonna say?
you've been in the community for 10 years to respect your elders. That I take personal offense to that because I'm 37, so I'm ancient compared to Alpha here.
Yeah. I am still a baby in the grand scheme of things. I am the outlier. Anyways, statue. We're just
What
gonna
is
ignore the
that?
statue. So basically, that whole thing about plugging in the power thing, it wasn't just to get us to the top. It was actually to get this statue powered up. And the telephone from before is evil. Shocker. And it wants to destroy the world. So we kind of got to try and stop it. Also, shout out to Marina's fantastic artwork, which absolutely in no way is inspired by Yuri manga whatsoever.
What?
And absolutely nothing at all. Please do not look at this picture of she drew of Pearl. Definitely nothing going on between these two. Totally not. So as Marina is saying, we have 3 minutes to detonate all the bombs on the statue. In actuality, we only need about 90 seconds to do that, but I don't want to do that for marathon, so I'm going to be doing this fight in roughly a minute 45 just to show off a little bit, because that's what this is for.
Right?
Hooray! Yeah. Usually when
And-
you're doing attempts at home, we're just gonna take the whole 3 minutes because you don't want to risk anything.
Yeah,
You're already
yeah.
know your time ahead of time, but this is probably the best moment casually from Octo expansion having a turf war against the Nil statue. That's where I can't believe they named a statue after New and
I know.
Skip.
I know. It's not like this game came out like, I don't know, 6 years before that skip came out, or that skip got discovered. Totally not.
We still don't know what Nils like actually stands for.
No, we don't.
So
no.
random acronym.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna be dropping hyper bombs along the statue at certain time intervals, and we gotta pop them all before the 3 minutes is up, and then we win the game.
Yeah. But as I said, I like making the game more difficult for myself.
So how's your day been?
Boing, 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 boing.
I'm doing this to the beat of the music because I can.
Tata's acting like, oh, I'm gonna destroy the world.
And meanwhile, Asian Aid is...
It's absolutely rage baiting him. He's like, no, destroy. Come on, give me a fight.
You will be blended up into the raw material of the new world. See, he's evil.
He might
Check
be a
its
little bit
chest for
dark
unexploded bombs. Yeah, they're still there. I don't even need the 3 minutes, Tartar.
This just gives us time to jam to the music.
Appreciate it.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
It only takes one shot for the bombs to explode. It's pretty easy. It's a good, chill last moment. You get to revel in the fact that you know what your time is. At least like there's a 9-minute break between when you know what the final time is, like after Agent 3. At least it gives time for the whole community to come into your chat and congratulate you, which I think is very nice.
There was a
time
I had just broken a minute barrier, but due to Lantro, another runner in the community, literally at the exact same moment, getting every single full game record at once. The only time it's been done in Splatoon history, it was only one of my mods.
Celebrating you.
Yeah.
Oh no. But you've had your times.
I had. Yeah, when I finally got the 107, like, there was so much of the community there. Because it was well known that I had put in some of the most hours in this game. Just for tech, time is going to be when when the tape comes across the screen. I will point it out.
There will be like a big, let me see if that time is counting down. So 10, 9, 8,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time.
GG Alpha.
106.27. I am very happy with that.
Good run, man. Let's go.
I don't even know where that puts me anymore. I mean, I think it puts me back into I think that puts me back into top 10. I just don't know where. 106.27? No way. Hey, Stone, guess what?
Yeah. What?
That's technically Lantro Bop. I'm top 5 again, baby!
Wait, is this a PB?
Yeah, technically, yes.
Let's go!
Because of Switch 2.
Because of Switch 2 load times.
Who cares?
I love
It's still a PB on my show.
I
love spending $450 for free time save. Booyah!
That was a really good
this
run,
is-
man.
This is cinema
Proud of
right
you.
here.
Yeah, that I am really happy with how that run turned out. Because like
But yeah,
for
get
a
some
good
shout-outs. Tell everybody where they can find you on the internet.
Yeah, so you can find me at the Twitch channel, or the Twitch channel is the same as my name, Alpha Omega, with a 0 instead of an O. It's going to be the same on YouTube. Admittedly, I'm not streaming as much anymore because job. But when Splatoon Raiders comes out in approximately a little over a month now, I'm absolutely going to be streaming that, doing runs. It's looking like it's going to be a lot different from the rest of the series. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. You know, maybe I'll see if I can crack a 105 in this game now. Would be kind of fun. Ethan, anything from you?
Not much. That was a really good run that I've said a few times. But yeah, Raiders looks like to be a very fun speed game. And I hope you all enjoyed what you saw of this run. Octo Expansion is really a beautiful game. And compared to the rest of the series, there's nothing else really like it. Like yeah, Splatoon 3 is like a bit like it, but Splatoon 3, there's a whole other beast.
Yeah, we don't talk about
in
Splatoon
itself.
3.
Splatoon 3 has so many skips and stuff to where this is the purest form of Splatoon in my opinion, and I'm very happy to see a time like this on GDQ Hotfix.
Well, to be fair, we do have to talk about Splatoon 3 a little bit because it is actually our next run, but thank you for
but
Splatoon 2.
Specifically hero mode. We don't talk about hero mode. Side order, also kind of fun. But Crad's gonna absolutely take you guys through that and enjoy. He is a fantastic runner, probably one of the best to do it at side order.
Oh yeah, and the Crad is going to be our next runner, and side order is our next run. So we are going to take a quick break and let you all get a stretch in, grab some water, do whatever you got to do, and we will be back soon with Splatoon 3.
Hydrate or dihydrate, kids.